Does this sound like you? I want to rebuild my wardrobe. I want to have a dark academia aesthetic, but my clothes don't match it. I just want to be a sexy dark academic and meet the cottagecore lover of my dreams. Yeah, I'm just here for the free coffee. I was told there'd be some. Well, look no further. My name is Mariel, and I'm here to give you the ultimate guide to building a dark or light academia capsule wardrobe from scratch. And all it'll cost you is just a like and subscribe. Okay, great, let's get started. Tip number 1. Consider picking an academia subset or multiple to dictate a color palette. This isn't completely necessary because my number 1 rule is to just wear whatever the fuck you want, so if you want to wear all types of academia subsets, then by all means go for it. But picking a subset such as light academia can help give you an idea of what the color palette is and give you some direction for your wardrobe. And it makes it easier to match all your items and makes each item more versatile. So for example, lately I've been really liking beige tones, neutral creams, browns, off-whites, and ivory colors, and this really fits the light academia aesthetic well, so that's what I would say my wardrobe definitely leans towards. And having this color palette just makes it super easy to mix and match all my items and easily put together an outfit. If you're into dark academia more, then you can probably go for darker shades of beige, black, or dark gem tones like burgundy, navy blue, emerald green, plum, etc. Tip number 2. Look to Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok for inspo. I especially love looking on Pinterest for inspiration because a lot of Instagram posts and TikToks are just reposted there anyways, so I would look up light academia or dark academia or whatever subset you choose, and this will help give you an idea of some outfits and the color palette for this aesthetic and the types of pieces that are common and that you would want to get for your own wardrobe. Tip number 3, don't worry about the numbers, worry about the quality of the item and how many outfits you can put together with it. When you think of capsule wardrobes, you probably think of having a certain amount of items in your wardrobe, so like 20 to 30 pieces or so. And while I do think it is important to minimize how many items you have to save money and to be more sustainable, it's more important to worry about the quality of the item and whether or not it fits in with a lot of outfits in your wardrobe already. I feel like this is a much better approach as a high quality item would last you many years and you wouldn't have to replace it sooner, which would lead to more fashion waste, and you would know that you will definitely wear this piece of clothing if you can think of a lot of outfits that will go with it. When I buy something, I try to think of at least 5 outfits that I can wear it with. Now, I do tend to make some impulse buys sometimes where I don't think of how many items I could wear it with, but I'm just trying to do that less because I find that I do tend to regret those purchases more. So it's just all about being more mindful of what you buy. Tip number 4, first focus on basics if you don't have those already. Basics I feel like can depend on your lifestyle. For example, if you live in a warmer climate, you probably won't need a wool overcoat, or if you live a very active lifestyle, you would probably opt more for stretchy turtlenecks rather than stiff button-down shirts. So just keep in mind what makes sense for you. But I'll just talk about what I consider basics in my wardrobe to give you an idea of what to get. My number 1 essential is a turtleneck. I don't know why I really like turtlenecks, but I have like at least 5 of them. I would say a black, white, and or beige color turtleneck are easily paired with many different outfits depending on what color palette you're going for. A button-up shirt is another basic for me, but again, it depends on your lifestyle. I work a typical office job, so that works out for me. Next is a coat in a neutral color, but like I said, if you live in a warmer climate, you probably won't need one. I live in a warmer climate myself, but I just love coats. I dream of living in a colder place where I could layer up more for the winter, and I just get cold easily anyways, so I got a couple of cheap ones. These cost me around $50 each. If you live in a colder climate, you might want to invest more money for a wool coat. Or if you live in a warmer climate, you might want to opt more for a sports coat or blazer in a neutral color or maybe a plaid pattern. I also like knit sweaters or cardigans for the fall or cold spring days. I have a few in white or off-white colors that go with basically all of my pants and skirts. For pants, I would look into getting some nice trousers or slacks in black, brown, navy, or gray. I have these brown slacks that are super thick and great for winter, and they have a stretchy waistband, so it's great for tucking sweaters in, or if I just gain weight, because it'd be like that in quarantine. I also have these more lightweight brown trousers, so these are great for the warmer seasons. For shoes, I would go for Oxfords, loafers, or Mary Janes. I have these T-strap Mary Janes from Doc Martens, but I'm thinking I might get some Oxfords or loafers instead because I think I can match those with more outfits. It really just depends on your personal style and preference. Which leads to tip number 5. After getting the basics, put your own personal flair on it. Let's be real, capsule wardrobes can get a bit boring, so I like to have some statement pieces or items to make my wardrobe a little more interesting. For example, you can add in some plaid skirts or pinafore dresses, or maybe some beautiful ruffled blouses, or play around with the fabric types like lace or silk. You can also mix in some other types of styles, so I like to put a modern or trendy touch to my outfits, although I don't like to go too trendy because there's just some trends that you know will not look good in a few years. But I like to wear crop tops or jeans sometimes to make my outfits a little bit more casual academia and have a bit of a modern touch. Tip number 6, maintain your wardrobe by filling gaps. So when you get dressed for the day, you want to take note of what you feel like is missing from your wardrobe and then try to fill those gaps. Think about what you want versus what you need. I do think it is okay to splurge sometimes on an item that you don't necessarily need, but you feel like would be a great statement piece. Like these platform loafers I just got. But in general, try to buy things that would fill a need in your wardrobe. Again, this will help make sure your items are versatile and can be worn in many different ways. Another thing I like to do when I find something that I want, besides trying to think of 5 outfits to wear it with, is that I'll put it in my cart and I will just leave it there for a few days, and then I'll come back, and oftentimes it's like the initial appeal of the item has worn off and I find that I really don't need this item. It's just something that caught my eye initially. So that keeps me from making any impulse buys. And I know it can be hard, especially when they put that little verbiage that's like, hurry, only a few items left. And you're like, oh shit, I gotta buy this right now. I know, I fall for it too, but that's how they get you. You gotta assert that self-control and think about it. So those are pretty much all my tips if you're starting from scratch, if you just found out that dark academia is your aesthetic and you're starting to build this wardrobe. I hope this helps you out because I know it can be intimidating to completely be starting over your wardrobe, and just know that you can take it slow. You don't have to buy everything at once. You can slowly start to incorporate dark academia into your wardrobe, starting with the basics, starting to slowly wear turtlenecks, sweaters, button-down shirts, or whatever it is you want to include in your basics, and then you can start putting in all those extra things like plaid pants, plaid skirts, pinafore dresses, fancy vintage ruffled blouses, and all those extra little dark academia flares. So yeah, I hope this helped. If it did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you guys in the next one.